guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to do a review on the Sonos Arc. After filming this video once, I've obviously had to change it based on copyrights. So today I'm not allowed to have any video or sound through the Sonos Arc. Let's go through the spec. So the Sonos Arc consists of 11 speakers. 2 of those speakers are upward firing. It has 2 side speakers on either side of the Sonos Arc, which obviously give you part of the surround sounds. The Sonos Arc is controlled by the Sonos app, which I will run you through in a bit. They've upgraded the app to the S2 app. So for obviously the Sonos Bar 1, they had the older app, but now they've updated it. So basically this is what the app looks like when you go into it. Obviously we've got a Sonos downstairs, but if I click onto Den, these are obviously the page, the startup page on it, and then it tells you you're connected to the TV. It's Dolby Digital 5.1, so it lets you know what's going through the Sonos Arc. So if it's full Dolby Atmos, it will let you know on the description down here. You've also got obviously similar functions to the older soundbar. So you've got the night modes where it cuts the bass out, and then you've got the speech where you can press it and obviously the speech becomes slightly clearer and slightly louder. If you also click on the right hand corner, you've also got a lot more on there. So you can it tells you can connect to obviously your surround sound like I've done. It's got the AirPlay functions on here. You've also, if you go into more detail, you press onto the Sonos Arc and it tells you what you're connected to. So on mine it says I'm connected to the left and right speakers. You can obviously add the sub to make it a lot more bassier, but the Sonos Arc does an amazing job with the bass as well. So I haven't really had the need to do that. You've got the equalizer button, the True Play, which you can adjust the Sonos Arc with an Apple device it's like a fine tune that you have to basically go around the room, and it sort of works out the size of the room and sort of adjusts all the speakers to your room size, which is fantastic. You've got True Play, and you can also adjust your surround sound audio. So you can do TV level, music level, and obviously do presets with your surround sound on there. You've also got height audio, which is an additional one, which is not on the normal one, which basically for your upward firing speakers, you can adjust obviously the loudness. I've just got mine on full for now, but you can adjust it to what you want it to be, and also you can put a volume limit. So if you know that your kids at home obviously blast your remote control so loud, you can obviously protect your Sonos by creating a limit on there for the loudness, which is really good. In terms of build quality, it's very sturdy. It's obviously got a grille all the way along. It's all made of plastic, and you've got some touch buttons on the top of the Sonos Arc. Here are the touch buttons. So basically you've got like a play and pause button. On the Sonos bar at the back, you've got Alexa. The Arc also has Google Assistance as well. In terms of back buttons, you have a sync button, which is here. You've got an Ethernet connection. You've got one HDMI that goes into Arc or eArc, depending on what TV you've got. And on the right hand side, which will be your power plug, and then that's it really. It's pretty simple. Also on the back of it, you've got the rooms for the mounting brackets if you want to have it on the wall. The Sonos Arc weighs 6.3 kilograms, so it's not the lightest one on the bunch, but it is the Sonos's first Atmos soundbar. They do have the Sonos Beam, but that's more of a virtual Atmos and not a true Atmos, because it doesn't consist of the upward firing speakers. So it works better in smaller rooms as well, when obviously if you've got a 55-inch TV or upwards, the Sonos Arc is ideal for obviously those size TVs. In terms of build quality as well, because the Sonos Arc has 11 speakers, it has 8 elliptical woofers and 3 tweeters built into it, so that just gives it lower bass, and then obviously the tweeters give it the higher pitch sounds. And in terms of when watching a film, the voice quality is really clear, so that's what stands out. The Sonos Arc also has a built-in LED, which is just on the bottom of it, and basically what it is, it's got an ambient sensor on it. So for example, it sort of adjusts the brightness depending on the light of the room, which is pretty good. In the packaging, you basically get the Sonos Arc, the power plug, which is pretty thin. It's just a normal standard input and then a normal standard plug to it. And you get an optical lead, which is just a small one, just in case you've got an optical connection on your TV. You can use that. So that gets plugged in by HDMI to optical, which is quite good really. But if you go through that route, you can't get Atmos, basically, because it means your TV is slightly too old for it. In terms of overall sound for movies, I think it's fantastic. It is quite expensive though. You're looking at £899 retail price. It's mostly not the best all-rounder, but if you're part of the ecosystem, it is well worth getting. And obviously, because we've got the Bar 1, that's why I've sort of upgraded to the Atmos, because I also upgraded the TV as well. So it was worth it for me. The Sonos Atmos is also great for listening to music through as well. If I obviously could run you through the sound quality, I would do, but due to copyright, that's unable to do today. So from me, I give the Sonos Atmos a thumbs up. It's a fantastic Sonos bar if you got part of the ecosystem. It's also great to use by itself. Obviously, I use mine with 2 backward speakers to give me a bit more of a surround sound when watching films. The only downfall I would say about the Atmos is it's just expensive, but they do hold their value. So when you buy a Sonos product, it doesn't really drop too much down in price. It's a bit like Apple really. They sort of hold their value, and you know what you're getting when obviously you buy a Sonos product. It's really reliable. We've had the Sonos Bar 1 for quite a few years and never had any issues with it. I did hear some rumours about possibly some lip sync on them, but they have got adjustable features on the app, so you can play around with it. In terms of overall rating, I give the Sonos Arc a 9 out of 10. If you like this video, please like and subscribe because it helps the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.